The reality is that it was not the end of the world, it was the end of a beautiful, amazing cycle, yes?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, right? And the beginning of a more beautiful, more powerful, more energized, more transforming cycle, yes? Okay, so I'm very excited because the year 2013, even the number 13 is very sacred, not only spiritually but mentally and emotionally. And this is the year of change. And whether you like it or not, change, you will go through that change. Okay, the only thing permanent in this universe is change. Okay, and what we're going to talk to you today is how to create that change purposely, how to be a deliberate creator, how to manifest your life, how to manifest the experience consciously. Because whether you want it, whether you like it or not, you are creating the life that you're experiencing now. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Even the unwanted experiences, you are manifesting it. You are allowing it. You are inviting it. Well, what do you mean, Victor? Okay. By the decisions that you make, by the choices that you make, by the thoughts that you have, by the emotions that you have, by the feelings you have, you are attracting from moment to moment the experiences, the relationships, wanted or unwanted. Even the ones that causes the most pain and struggle. For most of you though, not this group because this group's an enlightened group, yes, but for the rest of the world, most of you like to blame on the experiences that you don't like on someone else, right? The victim. And the reality is there's no victim here. Okay? There's no coincidence, there's no mistakes, there's no victim. But at that moment, we're so angry, we're so upset that we have to blame it on someone else, yes? You know, relationships, one of the areas I specialize is in relationships, and I hear it all the time, especially from females, says, he makes me angry, he makes me sad, he makes me, the victim. When you play that game, right, the blame game, when you find reasons why the unwanted experience is happening to you, you are powerless, yes? Okay. When you say to someone, you make me angry, or you make me feel this, or you're the cause of this, you're telling that person that you have power over my actions. You have power over my emotions. You control my life, right? I'm not at cause. Okay? I'm here to tell you that you are 100% at cause for all the experiences, manifestations that you're living through. There is no victim. Okay? The successful people in this world always find reasons why they can. Unsuccessful people, so-called failures, there's none. So-called victims, there's really none. Find reasons why they what? Can't. And that's the huge difference. Okay? We're here to tell you that you do have a choice of the life that you want. And I understand that sometimes it feels it's not a choice of the life that you're getting. I didn't say you're doing it on purpose. I didn't say you're doing it consciously. But it is a choice. And what personal empowerment means to me, and here's my definition, is starting to deliberately, consciously be aware of the choices that you're making. Yes? Most important, starting to consciously, deliberately start making choices that allows you to take a step forward to what you want and not what you don't want. Because the majority of us, when we make choices, it's usually leading towards what we don't want. And we already know by the law of attraction, by the law of the universe, it doesn't matter whether you want it or you don't want it. You get what you focus on, yes? You get what you think of. So let your emotions be your guiding system. Because it's very difficult to monitor your thoughts, yes? We have a whole bunch of them per day. On average, we have about 45,000 thoughts per day. And literally about 90% of those thoughts were the same from yesterday. So people ask me, well, Victor, how can I, be conscious of my thoughts? Don't. Be aware and conscious of how you feel, because that is your guiding system. When you're feeling happy, when you're feeling joyful, when you're feeling thrilled, excited, that is your guiding system, your higher self, your higher conscious, whatever word you want to put, telling you you are thinking of what you want. But when you're feeling sad, when you're feeling angry, when you're feeling guilt, that is your guiding system telling you you are thinking what you don't want. Okay? And I'm here to tell you that you get what you think of, whether you want it or not. So start focusing on what you want. Always say it like the way you want it. If you keep on telling yourself, I don't want to be sad, I don't want to be poor, I don't want to be lonely, guess what? You get more of what? That sad, that loneliness, and the poor. Okay? One of the other areas I specialize is in weight loss. And a lot of my clients say, well, this is what I want to lose, this is what I want to lose, and this is what I want to lose. And I tell them, instead of focusing on what you want to lose, focus on what you want to what? Gain. Instead of focusing, I want to lose 20 pounds, focus, I want to gain a six-pack. I want to gain a toned body. I want to gain energy. That linguistic shift will create a tremendous amount of power. And I'm excited to tell you that my partner, that's what he's going to emphasize, the power of your words, the power of your communication, the power of language. Okay. Does that sound exciting?
Yes.
Beautiful. I met him in December. I did an amazing seminar. I had roughly about 100 people come. And at the end, I always get a lot of people coming up to me and say, good job, and I'm so excited, and you changed blah, blah, blah my life. And I remember this young gentleman, he also came up to me and he says, I do, what do you do? I'm like, okay, here's my card. All right. And I just ignored it for a while. And after about a couple of weeks later, I'm doing my follow-ups, doing the emails, and I saw his card again. I'm interested, so I went to his website, and I was amazed. I saw a few videos that he posted, and I started to learn that he's an amazing speaker. So I called him up, and we got together, and it resulted that he's an amazing presenter, an amazing speaker, and even more an amazing hypnotist. My friend, he comes from Florida, where he was very successful, did a lot of shows, did a lot of presentations, had a successful private practice as a hypnotist, as a hypnotherapist, and so forth, as a coach. And he decided to come with this lovely girlfriend a couple months ago here in San Diego, and wanted to get a head start. So we decided, well, why not do an event together? And this is the event. And this is the first of many, many great ones. We have so many, there you go, thank you. We have so many ideas and so many things that we want to do to empower you, because again, this is the year of change. And trust me when I say this, is that as long as you focus on what you want, there's nothing in this world that you cannot be, do, or have. Yes? Yes. Nothing. I'm here to tell you that everything you want, you are worthy. That everything you want to be, you are deserving. It is your birthright as a human to create what you want. We are creators, yes? Okay, we are here to manifest what you want. Okay? Don't let anybody tell you different. They will try. They will try. And if you let them, they will become part of your limited beliefs. But that's all it is a belief. See, once upon a time, you believe that there was a Santa Claus, right? And then you start to think about it, ask about it, and now you don't. Well, maybe most of you don't, right? But here's the thing. Most of us have limited beliefs that are preventing us from success, freedom, and happiness, yes? But it's okay, because awareness is the first step to change. And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to make you aware of maybe some of the few limitations you have, and through communication, through the power of language, through the power of words, allow you to let go of those limited, disempowering beliefs and install new, empowering beliefs that allow you to take a step forward to what you want. Does that sound good? All right. So I'm very, very excited to present an amazing speaker, an amazing presenter, an amazing hypnotist. Oh, and by the way, you guys are in for a treat. Because at the end of this amazing presentation, we're going to do a powerful, powerful, powerful group hypnosis, where we're going to help you install deep in your unconscious mind the goals that you want to accomplish for this year, the outcomes you want to accomplish. So as he's talking, please write down all the pros that you love, any suggestions that you want to hear from us, any outcomes and goals. Write it down, because that is the suggestions that we're going to give you during trance work. Sounds exciting?
Yes.
So without further ado, I'd like to present an amazing speaker, hypnotist, my good friend, Juan Acosta.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. How's everybody doing today?
Did you enjoy the presentation? Was it good? What did you learn? I want some feedback. What's your name? Yes.
Tracy.
What did you take from the presentation?
When he was talking about how he went like that.
The anchor.
At the table. Yeah, the anchoring.
Anchoring's powerful. Okay, who's familiar with NLP? Yes.
Let me say one last thing.
Yeah.
Just stay there. Because I wanted to sort of dissect that the sales presentation so that you understand how I use the things that I use. You might have noticed that that a lot of times I mention those speakers, everything that's wrong with the world is right over there. Everything that's right with the world and all the things that not there, like over there. Everything that's right with the world, all the goals that you're going to achieve are here. Right? I don't know if you noticed that I used the same type of body language when I talked about those speakers, when I talked about these goals. Then I actually came over here and I gave you from their point of view about their coaching programs, and then I moved back to us and I said, now take the opportunity that's in front of you.
We call that spatial anchoring in NLP.
Yeah. So I wanted to tell you a little bit about what I did with the anchoring. So
who's familiar with NLP, Neuro-Linguistic Programming? So basically, NLP, real quick, he talked about hypnosis. NLP is just excellence in communication, how to be an effective communicator. Usually when we talk to people, we tend to talk to people how we want to be talked to, instead of how they want to be talked to, instead of using their language. Salespeople do it all the time. Who's in sales here? A few of you, right? Usually when we sell to people, we tend to sell them how we want to sell them. I mean, how we want to be sold. Instead of taking time and understanding their language, their emotional hot buttons, if they're more visual, they're more auditory, they're more kinesthetic, and speaking their language. As he mentioned before, the meaning of any communication is always the response that it elicits. Does that make sense? The meaning of any communication is always the response that it elicits. Not the communication that you think you are eliciting, but the meaning that the other person is interpreting. And that's the power of communication. Okay? We love NLP, we love hypnosis. And those are some of the modalities and some of the tools that we're going to incorporate in the coaching. And I'm very excited because this is the first time that I hear from any type of school, any type of NLP institute, any type of hypnosis institute where two people get together and coach the same person. Me and Juan combined, we have about 14 years combined experience coaching, therapeutic. I started with weight loss, stopped smoking, then I got into phobias and fears. Now I specialize in depression. Now I help people with cancer and so forth and so forth. He has his own specialties too. And this is the first time that I ever heard that two coaches, two hypnotists get together to help just one person. As he mentioned before, in the beginning of our session, we're going to get together as a three-way. We're going to learn what you want. We're going to learn what are the outcomes you want, what are the desires you want, what are the dreams that you want, and what's more important, what is preventing you getting what you want, yes? Because obviously most of you know what you want. That's not the problem. We are good at asking things, but we're not good at receiving what we ask for. Isn't it funny that the very same thing that we ask for, we're afraid of it, yes? Because it's more comfortable being in our struggles and pain than stepping out of the comfort zone and facing the fear where our desires, success, our dreams is at, yes? And I'm here to tell you, yes or yes? Yes. And I'm here to tell you that your success, your happiness, your freedom is only as big as your comfort zone. It's only as big as your little inner world. And if you have a small comfort zone, then your success is small too. If you want to take some valuable information, this is one of them right here. Besides all the pros that Juan gave you, find out what you're afraid and do it. Find out what you fear the most and do it, because that is the greatest change that you're going to receive. And here's the beautiful thing. Once you do it, you're going to realize how foolish and how ridiculous it was even to begin to be afraid of that. Yes or yes? You're gonna realize that 90% of all your fears, 90% of all your obstacles, 90% of your challenges are just hallucinations. It's in your mind. We're not born with fear. Some doctors will say we're born with two fears: the fear of falling, and the fear of loud noise. If you get a 2-month baby and you clap or something, they get scared. That's only two fears that we're supposedly born with. Every other fear, you have learned it. I'm here to tell you that your anger, your sadness, your guilt, your sadness, fear, guilt, anger is learned behavior. And all learned behavior is unconscious. And if you want to change a behavior that you learn unconsciously from tying your shoelaces, from driving, from a negative behavior or habit that you don't like, you must do it unconsciously. How do you do that? There's so many ways. How me and Juan do it? Through powerful modalities like NLP and hypnosis. And that is the package that we want to offer. Yes, Juan?